Ringo TV Reactions, back again with another one. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Let's get down to business. What we're dealing with right now is this particular video here that is going to, I guess, make you see the light of what's happening. DMX, the industry. That's what we're pretty much looking at right now. DMX, the industry. You want to know exactly what happened, which caused the demise of this brother. It is when he not only appeared on Def Poetry Jam in, I believe it was probably 2007, somewhere around there. He got up on the stage and started to talk about the industry. And he even made a song, The Industry, which we're going to look at some of the lyrics later on. But I want to talk about this because the industry is watching me do this live stream right now. You know, I already got a couple of, you know what I'm saying, copyrights and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I got a copyright from YouTube. I got one, right? It's got it right here. Let me see if you can see that real quick. You see that? You see that? Copyright. See, so when I tell you about these things, so I tell you I click the like button because the industry, they don't want to get this truth out there, but we got to give you this truth either way, all right? So what we're going to do is we're going to break down this particular video and make you see exactly what's going on so that you can wake up to what DMX wanted you to know from way back then. You know, he tried to warn you. I tell all you guys, you don't need to get a record label deal. You don't need this, you don't need that, but you still want one of these deals. And they're paying you pennies. It doesn't even make any sense. So let's get down to business. I'll deal with all those copyright businesses after the show. None of that stuff is moving me. These are just the vultures of the industry trying to make money off of me because they think that when you do content, you don't know your rights. So they figure they could use these IDs and all this mess to kind of get information out of you or get money off of you. This is typically what they want to do. So we're going to do this real quick. I'll keep this like this, right? So that we can pretty much talk and share our information. That's most likely from the last video that I just finished doing, the one that I told you that I was working on. And let's see. It's probably blocked. I'm not sure if it is or not, but we'll deal with that afterwards. Let's just focus on this. So what we're talking about right now is DMX, the industry. I'm going to break down what he had to say. And this is the real reason why he was a blood sacrifice, because he had enough. He had enough of what was going on. He got tired of it. So you know what? I'm just going to come out, Def Poetry Jam, and I'm just going to take the gloves off. I'm going to talk about the industry. I'm going to let them know about what's happening. And if it means the end of my career, it is what it is. I don't care. And that's exactly what he did. So let's play this tape so that we can get to work, do what we got to do. The volume is off right now. I'll put the volume on at the 20-second mark because it have all this music and all this stuff in it playing. I don't want that in the stream. So I'll leave the volume off to the 20-second mark, and then we'll get down to it. It's coming up on 20 seconds. Here we go.
What I'm going to speak on is the thing that's on my mind the most. You know what I'm saying? The thing that we all got to deal with every day, but don't really know. The industry.
The industry. The thing that we got to deal with every day, but you're not really paying attention. The industry is all around you. The industry is not just the music industry. The industry is your job. The industry is your company, the businesses, the agenda, the purpose for why things are the way they are, the machine, the economy, the industry. It's all around you. It's everywhere. You can't run from it.
The industry, man, it's not the same.
It's not.
Doesn't have to do with talent. It's about playing the game.
It's all about playing the game. It's not about talent. You think it's about talent. You think because you're talented, you could just make it in the industry. You got to play a game. You got to play a very, very sick game, too.
The industry. Real niggas is dying to get in.
Dying to get in. Dying to get in. Yo, bro, you could put me on? You could put me on, fam? Damn, bro, I need a contract, fam.
The industry. Justifying they don't fit in.
You don't. You don't fit in the industry. It's a machine. It takes souls. The machine of the industry, it consumed the souls of men. That's what happens in the industry. And when DMX did this episode, he knew it was his time. He knew they were going to come for him. He didn't care. He had enough already, fam. They've been doing him dirty for a long time. He's been putting up with it for too long. So he said, hey, if I got to go out, I'm going to go out with a bang. The industry.
The industry ain't what it used to be. The industry's trying to control the way you MC. They want you to dress like this and talk like that.
And that's exactly what happened. They got us all dressed in a certain way. Well, not me. But if you think about it, the industry basically have a lot of young men and women dressed in a certain way. Our women are out here dressing like 304s. The young boys and young men are out here sagging their pants, wearing purses now. Some of them are wearing dresses. And it's the results of the industry. The industry literally controls all of that. This is what they do.
But I'm going to dress like this and talk with the bat. The industry. Got your word? Meaning nothing. The industry. Fuck what you heard because he's bluffing. The industry. Money, bitches, hate. But I dare you to try to take a fucking thing off my plate.
See, that's what the industry is about, y'all. This is what the industry is about. It's nothing but death and chaos. This is why they love keeping you entertained. And when you're like DMX that come out and you start to speak that truth, now you got a target on your back now.
The industry like, wait! But in the streets, we like, get them.
Interesting because the crowd is laughing, but it's not a laughing matter. That's the part that's very frustrating. They're laughing, but they don't even understand the bars.
15 up in that thing. Catch them sleeping and hit them.
It just went right over their head. Everything he just said just went right over their head.
The industry, if you ain't got a strong mind, the industry will break you down. It's a matter of time.
A matter of time. You go into the industry, fam, you're going to have to sell your soul. Nori talked about that. He talked about the door. He talked about he looked in one door. He saw men getting it in with men. And he's like, I don't want to go in that door. He looked in the other door. He saw some funny stuff. He said, oh, man, he just said he went straight ahead. And he said, if you look at my career, I haven't been rapping ever since. Because he didn't want to go through the door. The industry.
The industry, vultures with nothing to feast on. See me? I'm getting my beast on. The industry, stay in the dirt, play in the dirt, test the wrong one in the industry, and you will get hurt.
You will get hurt if you test the wrong one in the industry. And that's exactly what happened to DMX. When DMX put out this diss towards the industry, because it's not just a diss to the industry, it exposes other rappers as well. Because if you listen to the song called The Industry, there's some lyrics. Let's see if we can pull up some of these lyrics. Right? Let's see if I can do this. Right, if you look at some of these lyrics, this is some of the lyrics, right, for that song. He talked about dudes in the industry are pretty much sucking D. He's exposing the secrets on what's going on. The hook says, the industry, Mad Ninjas is full of ish. The industry, Mad Ninjas is sucking D. You see what he's exposing? And he kept saying that now because he's exposing what's going on in the industry. And he says, the industry, don't mention my effing name, ninja. Because in other words, I'm not with that. I'm not like those guys. Those guys are doing all sorts of stuff under the table. See, DMX, he knew about the rituals. He knew about what goes on at the secret parties. He put it on wax. He put it on the songs because he wanted you to see it. A lot of y'all, when y'all listen to his music, y'all not paying attention in class. He's trying to give y'all the game, trying to show you what's going on, but y'all don't want to listen. So they took him out. You know, this is what happened in these streets.
I'm not an industry artist. I'm an artist in the industry. So I do what the fuck I want because nobody can finish me.
He said nobody can finish him, fam. When he did that, fam, it was wrote in death at that point, fam. The industry said it's enough is enough. We can't control this guy no more. We created a monster. He's out of control. Remember, in the last video that we did, it said that when he got hooked on drugs, he became a monster. So what we're seeing here is the rebellion against the industry. The industry got tired of him. They said, look, we can't control this guy. You know, like how in today's day with the hip hop game, all these young rappers, they're under control. The industry can control them. But you couldn't control DMX. You couldn't control him. Even though they hooked him on drugs, they just still couldn't control him, man. They're like, this dude is on this Def Poetry Jam exposing us. Nah, we gotta take him out. We gotta take him out, fam.
The industry wanted, dead or alive, new artists to sell their souls in the way they survive.
New artists to sell their soul, fam. DMX been telling you this in 2007, man. We in 2023. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. 2007, Def Poetry Jam. DMX told you that in the industry, dudes are selling their souls, but y'all didn't listen. Because they approached him. They were like, look, you got to do this. He was like, nah, fam, I can't do this. Can't. Y'all want me to go through the door? Nah. So hold up, in order for me to get my career popping, I gotta go in that room with that dude and do X, Y, and Z? Yeah, you gotta do that. That's a part of the contract. Nah, fam, I'm not doing that. But if you don't do it, DMX, your career ain't gonna thrive. It's not gonna do too well. I think you ought to go through the door and just do as you're told. Be a good boy. Nah, I'm not doing that, man. And he rebelled. He rebelled against the industry.
The industry don't give a fuck about you.
That's true. They don't. They only care about that dollar. They don't care about your talent. They don't care how pretty you are as a woman. You're just another number, another soul.
But the industry couldn't make a dime without you.
They can't. The industry cannot make not $1 without you, but they don't even care about you. And this is why, as an artist, as a producer, you got to look within yourself and say, wait a minute, fam. It's me who got the talent. Why am I going to the industry so they can basically milk the system, take all my money, and control everything? That doesn't even make sense.
The industry. I'm sick of this industry shit. The industry playing them like a industry bitch. They tried to finish me quick, but I am long, so I stand strong.
Are you listening to that? They tried to finish him. So he had many attempts on his life already.
Fuck a beat. Listen to the words in the damn song. I only know how to speak the truth. You know what I'm saying? So
he only know how to speak the truth. This is why they didn't like him. This is why they didn't like him, fam. He said, I only know how to speak the truth. Industry didn't like that, fam. They don't like guys that speak the truth.
I got a little short joint I'm gonna hit you with, you know what I'm saying? And it basically reflects on my relationship with the industry. This is what it is. Often, my words fall on deaf ears. Motherfuckers be listening, but don't hear. Talking to a nigga, he be sitting right here.
They laughing. They're the people that he's talking about. DMX is prophetically speaking to them about the industry. They right there. But they still ain't hearing what he's saying. They laughing and they giggling. That's how crazy deep this is. They're the ones he's talking about. They can't even see that.
I be like, where you going? Nigga be like, yeah. Thank you.
You see that, man? This is the reason why they took out DMX. They took him out because he was revealing too much. Like I says, if you check out the song, The Industry, he revealed a lot of secrets, said a lot of things. Industry don't like that, fam. You know, the outro of the song says, "Ish is crazy, yo. They loaning you money to make an album. You pay them back the money. They still on the album. What part of the game is that? I'm supposed to say own. That's a typo. In other words, if you know anything about the industry, especially back then, fam, they give you a loan, you know, you sign, you're like, oh, wow, I got $1 million, $2 million deal. Nah, that's to go get the album and everything ready. They loaning you money to make an album. That money is to pay for the video shoot, the producers, advertisement, promo, you name it. Right? So you go in debt when they sign you to that record deal. Next minute, you pay them back the money through the record sales, right? Which is pennies on a dollar that you earn, right? They make way more money off the album than you, but your portion from 10 cents, 25 cents, or whatever the case is, out of that money is what you got to pay them back. So they're basically violating you, bro. And they still own the album. What part of the game is that? I tell you the truth. I don't lie. You write your own ish, but they hold on to your ish. What part of the game is that? I don't try to hurt nobody. I mind my business. And that's exactly what he tried to do, is mind his business. You know what? The average ninja makes like all these industry ninjas could suck a blanking blank. 26 cents over a mother effing record? We need a mother effing union, baby. 26 cents is what you get on the album. Are y'all seeing that? That's what rappers were getting, fam. Sometimes 10 cents per album sold. So you sold an album, it's $10, $19.99, double album. You got 10 cents. 10 cents. That's what people were getting, fam. 26 cents per album. Why do you think Master P gave y'all the game when he was selling his albums out of the trunk of his car? And that's how he blew up with No Limit Records. Why do you think he's respected in the game? Because he did something that a lot of cats never did. He went and cut the middleman out. Said, I'm going to go sell my CDs like I would drugs. And that was his method. He was like, look, we already was doing dirt. So we're going to package up these CDs. We're going to head on out. We're going to sell them things out of the trunk the same way we were selling whatever else we were selling. You see what I mean? If there's anybody that understand the game, it's Master P. Y'all need to go look at his tapes. You know what I mean? He one of them guys that always been a hustler, always understood how to make this bread. And a lot of people try to crap on him because he got more mature. He kind of, I guess, cut off the lifestyle of the streets and started to focus more on business. And a lot of people didn't like that. They wanted him to continue to be the old Master P. Now, the old Master P is still there. It's just that he's corporate now. So, he got to put on his suit, got to be on his grown man business. And a lot of these youngins in these industries, they don't understand the game. So they still went down that same path, being a slave to a record label where Master P just said, look, I'm about ownership. I'm about having products, services, and so forth to make this money. That's right, man. People were making 26 cents, 10 cents per CD. You do the math on that, man, you'd have to be going platinum in order to see any sort of money. And even if you see money, you got to pay back off the loan that the record label gave you. So pretty much you're being pimped by the industry. This is why I told people you do not need a record deal, fam. Only dummies go to the record industries looking for contracts. You don't need that, especially in 2023. You don't need that today. You really don't. These record labels are dying. But if you get involved, you got to be very careful because there's new methods in how they enslave you. You know what I mean? There's new ways. You can still follow the blueprint of Master P to do it yourself. But with all the different streaming services on social media, there's many different ways you can get an easy bag and make a substantial amount of money on your own. But you got to do it the right way. You got to make sure everything is in place. All the paperwork got to be done. You got to make sure that your business is top notch, because people will try to take advantage and get money out of you, even though you're not a part of a record label. Like when you look at like Quavo and them, all of those guys are slaves. They don't really got no control. The record label tell them when to eat, when to go to the toilet. They don't have no control. That's why the interview we broke down, they told Quavo to go do that. So this is the real reason why they took out DMX. It was because of this. It was because of the industry song. When he went on Def Poetry Jam and he did all of this, they said enough is enough. We got to take him out. This guy is out of control. We can't tame him. They tried to with drugs. See, this is what I'm trying to say. The devil knew that DMX had a call on his life. And even though they drugged this man, they still couldn't tame him, yo. He was still spitting gems even while on drugs. So imagine if he wasn't on drugs. It's crazy, man. Yeah, it's best to be an independent artist and do your own thing. You manage your own stuff. I'm telling you, man, look. You see how earlier we was talking about with that Caucasian woman that was talking about her kids are suffering and blah, blah, blah. All right, think of the record business like this. You going and get a record deal is the equivalent of going and get a 9-to-5. Same thing. You're going to a company trying to get hired. You're showing them your resume. They hire you. Same thing. But if you really want to earn from your talent, it is best to be an independent artist where you're doing your own thing rather than going to a record label so that they can take away your blessing. Instead, be an entrepreneur, start your own thing, and make your own money your way. It may be a struggle at first, but once you figure it out, fam, you're going to learn how to do this thing. That's exactly how it is, because if you're doing your own thing, you control how much money you make. If you're a part of the industry and they selling your records or whatever the case is, you're getting pennies on a dollar. You're not making no money. You're not making any money, man. You'll be celebrity. You'll be a star. Remember what happened to TLC? I think it was TLC where they were at the award show. And I think it was TLC. and they got a reward, an award, or whatever the case is, and they was like, look, fam, we broke. We don't even got no money. We famous, we're popular, we're multi-platinum, but we're broke. We don't got no money. Y'all remember that? That's crazy. To be going multi-platinum, but you're broke. Because remember, they got to split the money 3 ways. So depending on how much money they receive when they signed the record deal, they got to pay for the music videos. And if you notice, TLC, when they did all their music videos was always dope back in the day. If you look at their music videos, even though obviously the quality back in the day was trash, but when we were coming up back then, when they were popping, we didn't know nothing about quality. So to us, it was quality. You know what I mean? It wasn't no 4K videos and all that other stuff, but it was dope. So TLC had to spend a lot of money with a lot of different producers, video guys, engineers. They spent up their entire advancement. So by the time it was time for them to recoup the money, they got hit with, oh, y'all got to pay us back. They thought the money was theirs. No, that's not what record deal mean. They're giving you a loan. The loan that you get on your advance is to get the album ready. They're paying you to go to a studio, pay for the studio time, pay the engineers, pay for the makeup, pay for the wardrobe, pay for the music video, to go on set. That money is an advance for you to get your album together. That's what the money is for. Once you're done, you deliver the album, and now the earnings that you get, you have to pay off the debt of what they've given you, which is highway robbery. And then whatever's left over, that's what you get. That's crazy. So the only way you'll make money is probably from doing shows. And this is why a lot of artists resorted to doing shows, because that's pretty much how you can get some money. By going on the road, doing shows, and so on and so forth. You understand? It's like being a part of the record label is like just getting a check at a 9-to-5. You're just waiting for your check. And the company decides how much they think you want to get paid. That's it. You don't got no control. But when you step outside the record label to go do shows, okay, now you can make some money. Now you can make a decent living. And that's what a lot of artists been doing over the years. You know? A lot of artists been in the industry. They've been poor, broke, busted, disgusted, miserable, because they're famous on the outside, but they don't got no money. Look at all of these rappers when they die. Look at all of these rappers when they get older. They're broke. They don't got no money to show. They don't got anything, fam. Only a few rappers were able to manage their money properly. All the rest is like they're just broke right now. And it's sad. You know? He tried to warn you. He tried to give you the game, even though on drugs. They couldn't tame him. They couldn't stop him. They said, okay, we got to kill him now. And this is why he died by ODing. That could have been prevented. Where was his team? Where was all the people that claimed they got love for him? Where were they? They were all a part of the agenda. They were all a part of the agenda to take him out. They had enough of him. He was revealing too much secrets, man. You know? Let me see. TK says, I think us 9-to-5 people leave with a lot more than these celebrities. We have our morals and dignity for the most part. I disagree. I disagree with your comment. I'm gonna explain why. You're in the same boat. You're in the industry. That's what you don't understand. You're in the same boat. Same thing. Because while you're on the 9-to-5, the industry controls you. You got to report And if you don't eat. It's all a part of the industry. It's all a part of the industry. Most of you don't even want to go, but you got to go in order to survive. You got to deal with the BS, got to deal with a crazy supervisor, you got to deal with all the headaches. And then when you finally come home, it's like you got to take a break just to kind of get yourself together, man. Like, man, sit in your car and just kind of chill, because it's like, man, my day was crazy, man. And then you got to repeat it again and again and again and again and again. Come on, man. You in a prison at that point. You can't do what you want. You can't go where you want. You got to ask the supervisor, hey, I'm going to take my vacation. Nah, we don't want you to take no vacation yet. We need you in. But I got my days. I'm entitled to a vacation. We don't need that. The end of discussion. We need for you to work next week. Same thing, fam. It's the industry. The same way when your supervisor say, we need for you to do X, Y, and Z, and you got to do it. Same thing in the industry. When you see Quavo and all these rappers, they don't just go where they want to go. The record company control them. They can't go certain places. They can't do certain things. They can't post certain things on social media. They can't even talk on social media unless the record label tell them to talk. It's all the industry. So the 9 to 5, anything, it's the industry. YouTube, the industry. You see what I'm saying? It's all the industry. I mean, think about this, fam. I already told y'all earlier. You see? I told you earlier, my last video, I said I was going to get a copyright or something along those lines. You see? See that? Copyright. I told you that was going to happen, right? So that video is probably blocked. Something's probably wrong. I don't know. I'll take care of it after. I got to go do some editing on the video, do some blurring, whatnot. It is what it is, but that's a part of the industry. You see what I mean? Somebody wants to control what I do so they can earn from what I do. In other words, the work that I've done to do the breakdown, somebody else that owned the video is trying to use a content ID to take money out my pocket so that they can earn, which means while I'm doing this stream, if there's any ads running on my video, the ad revenue goes straight to them. You see how that works? That's a hustle. They're hustling other people. This happens all over social media. There was one time I had used a video from Instagram from a woman. All she did is a 10-second video clip. And I remember I used the video on YouTube. Next minute, I see a content ID copyright. Ad revenue is being distributed to the copyright owner. I just deleted the damn video. I'm like, these are sharks. These are money hungry sharks. It's like they're not posting content to post the content. They're trying to control everything to earn money off of everything and everyone. You understand what I mean? Real dangerous business. You know what I'm saying? But this is how the brother got caught up, man. You know? It is what it is, man. We never said that your 9 to 5 defines you. We're not talking about you. We're talking about the industry. You sound like you're offended. You sound like you have some sort of problem. You understand? If you're in that industry and you're working at that 9 to 5, you're working for money, right? Your job controls you. You do as you're told. You can't say what you want to say. Go on your job and start talking to women. I don't know if you're a dude or a woman. I don't know. But if you're a dude, go on your job and grab some woman's ass and see what happens. Go tell a sister you want to sleep with her on the job. Watch what happens. You're going to get fired. You know, your supervisor says you work this weekend and you don't show up this weekend. You're AWOL. You're going to be disciplined. So the industry controls you. It's just that simple. DMX said that he's not trying to be controlled. He said nobody's going to do anything to me. That's where he was wrong. He's still a part of that industry. There are rules. It says if you cross the wrong one in the industry, the industry will hurt you. That's just the way it is. you know? So, hey, it is what it is, fam. You know, the industry is all around you. It's not just the music industry or the movie industry. The industry is the world. This is why when DMX said what he said we all deal with this issue, which is the industry. This is what he said. Let me see if I can pull it up. Where are we at? Let me see.
I appreciate it. What I'm going to speak on is the thing that's on my mind the most. You know what I'm saying? The thing that we all got to deal with every day, but don't really know. The industry.
The thing we got to deal with every single day that we don't even realize is the industry. The industry is not just the music industry. It's every industry. This is where most people get deceived. You be thinking that the industry means the music industry. No, the industry is your industry too. Whatever industry you're involved in has a system of how they play, how they enslave the people. You can be on your 9 to 5 and be a slave. You could be in the music industry and be a slave. You could be in the movie industry and be a slave. Look at all these NBA players. Whenever they say anything, the industry make them go and apologize. Look what they did to Ye. They had him out apologizing, asking for forgiveness. Come on now. Look what the clone of Jamie did on his Instagram, apologizing to them folk over there because of something that he said. What? The industry does that. The industry tells you to do that. Because it was up to a man, he's not going to apologize to nobody. I'm like, man, to hell with you. Well, I'm apologizing to you. But when the industry come for you, they're going to tell you, you better go apologize or what's going to happen. Serious business, man. So you got to know how the industry works. You got to know how the industry is on your job. Stop thinking that the 9 to 5 is just a job that you go to and work. That's the industry. Don't get caught up in the industry or you can get hurt. You know? It's an industry. There's politics that's behind the job. Certain people that work for that job know certain people in key places. You got to be careful who you talk to. Got to be careful who you offend. You offend the wrong one in the workplace, you can get fired. Y'all all know this. That's that one person on the job. You better not cross that person because that person know key players in the industry that can take your job. Before you know it, you in human resources. This is not a game. Whether you work in the hospital, whether you work in construction, you cross the wrong person, you can get in trouble. You know? That's why when some people get a job, they just stay to themselves. They don't interact with everybody. They don't try to mingle with nobody because they don't want no problems. They just want to go do their job, go home because they already have a plan. They're not going to be here at this 9 to 5 too long. Whereas some people, they be there 30 years. You know what I'm saying? Doing the same thing, not earning no money, right? But they're comfortable doing the same thing. Whereas some other guy, he come there 2 years and then that's it. He's like, yo, I'm here for 2 years and then I'm going to move up. I'm going to go do something else. Y'all want to stay here? Cool. But while I'm here, I'm not talking to nobody. I don't want no beef. I don't want no drama. You know what I'm saying? And that's how they move. You know? It's crazy, man. A lot of people don't want to start anything. They don't want to do anything. They just want to complain. You know, they just want to complain what they don't have. And it's very frustrating trying to lead people to the promised land. It's like they don't want to go. They really don't. You can give somebody the game and it still don't work for them because they just don't care. Some people are just comfortable not moving forward. This is why I can't hang with certain people because a lot of guys, they just get comfortable and they don't want to move forward. They don't want to do anything with themselves. I'm always innovating and thinking outside the box, thinking of ways to improve, ways to work harder to achieve the goal. A lot of people that I get around, they lazy. They don't want to do nothing. I can't be around that. You know? So we're going to get up on out of here. I think I said enough. Yeah. You are powerful when you don't let no one control your peace of your mind. Yeah. That's exactly true. Juicy J said that. You know? Yeah, a lot of people are stuck, lazy. They are too comfortable. That's what I mean. It's like, and then they'll get upset with you if you're doing something better to achieve your goals. They'll get upset with you because they want you to be where they are. This is why it's not really good to tell people what you're doing. Just go do it. Just go do it. Prosper at what you do and keep it moving, because a lot of times people are not really happy for you. You know? So we're going to get up on out of here. I'm going to go edit the other previous stream that we did, because I see that we got that content ID nonsense. I don't got time for all of that. You know, anytime, as a YouTuber, anytime you use a video and you get a content ID match and all that other stuff, go into your YouTube studio. And whatever is the portion of the video that they're claiming there's a copyright, just blur that entire section. Problem solved. You get what I'm saying? In other words, you take the editing tools, you point it at the beginning of where it starts, and then you put the end of where it ends, and you put a blur over it. Now it'll process about 4 to 6 hours. It'll process. With YouTube Studio, it take forever for some reason. Probably 7 hours to process. And then by the time it finished processing, the video will go back to public. And if there's any monetization, it comes back to you. And that's how you deal with those type of issues. You know, you get what I'm saying? So if you're that person and you got those issues, getting all these content ID matches, use that feature. You know what I'm saying? Use those tools to do what you got to do, because there's a lot of vultures in these YouTube streets. So that being said, we're going to get up on out of here. Let's get the likes to 300. We got 277 people. Let's get it to 300. We only got 100 likes. All right. So peace and blessings to everybody. I'll catch you in the morning time with another one. It is what it is. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Ringo TV Reactions, the #1 reactionary channel on YouTube. Hands down. Peace and blessings to everybody that rock with us. We'll catch you in the next one. I'm out. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/Ringo TV Raw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw.
This is Ringo TV Reactions, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth.
I'm bringing to the stage my man from Yonkers, New York.
Hold on a second. I got to give my shout outs to those that supported the stream. I just saw it, fam. Hey, I had to come back in, man. You know how I do, fam. I always got to make sure I shout out my people, man. You know what I'm saying? They showing love, you know what I'm saying? I got to make sure I shout them out, fam. Shout out to Jay. Let me see. Who that? Jay Dodso for the $20 support. Salute for that $20, fam. That's what's up. Hey, you have to, sometimes you got to come back in, fam. I can't, the brother, you know, whoever that is, that, you know, they supported the stream. So, you know, I had to come back, you know what I mean? So, I'm out now, fam. We out of here. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/Ringo TV Raw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw.
This is Ringo TV Reactions, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.